and it's hauled in by Caden Johnson, and the Cougars will start off with pretty good field position.
And that's that return game. Both teams have been really good in the return game so far. And at the time, Carthage not choosing to kick it down the field, and good starting field position. Actually going to mark it on the 39.
That offensive unit, Cutter Haygood, who's thrown for over 1,700 yards and rushed for over 1,400, brings his troops onto the field. He'll operate out of a two-back set. He has James, big receiver, who's now in the backfield to his right, and Dudek to his left, and it's a quarterback keeper. Straight ahead, tackle from behind. What a nice job right there by Austin Russell to just hop on Haygood's back.
Yeah, and again, it's Ingram who does a nice job on the tackle.
So a 2nd down and 3. Pick up a 3. Haygood checks the play and looks over to his offensive coordinator at Bell. Brian Bell, that is. Mark Bell, his father, the head coach. And now it's on a 2nd and 7. They run option to the far side. Tosses to Dudek. Turns the corner. He's got a 1st down before he is taken down, plowed at the 49. Out of bounds by McKee Colbert.
And you know, the first drive of the 3rd quarter usually is all about adjustments, and it looks like that China Spring has found a thing outside of this defense, and nice yardage there, another 1st down.
Running away that time for the big defensive end and Trey Gatlin. 6'6", 250 pounds. Here they go back to the ground. Haygood with running room, upended at the 41. Cameron Matlock was there to take his feet out from under him.
Yeah, and maybe challenging that offensive line at halftime, is they are surging off the ball right now, controlling the line of scrimmage, and China Spring been able to run the football.
2nd down and 2. Cougars on the move after starting this drive at their own 39. It's Haygood again on the zone read. He has the 1st down before he is whipped down from behind by Monterio Wilson, and they'll catch a flag and tack some on.
Face mask that time by Wilson. He's just grabbing anything he can find. And let's hear what Miles McCord has to say.
On the defense, number 29. It's a 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
Wilson, the defensive end, called for that face mask, so this will move it deeper into Bulldogs territory to the 21. Trying to build on a 4-point lead. Dudek, the running back, to the right of Haygood in the gun. James, the H-back. And again, they'll look over for the signal on a 1st down and 10. Play clock is at 6. All the way to 4. Haygood again on the zone read. Stacked up, short gain there to the 19.
Again, though, I really like how he slow plays it. Now that time the Bulldog defense does a better job of staying in their spots and doesn't get moved off the ball. And Jace Dixon, the backup middle linebacker, in there to make that tackle.
2nd and 8 from just inside the 20. Dudek finds some room. He's all the way down to the 11, close to a 1st down before Matlock brought him down from behind.
And there's that big hole again off of that left side, and you keep getting that surge, you're going to keep running that way, and that's where they're finding their hay here in the 3rd quarter.
And again, away from Gatlin, defensive end on the right side. Dudek now in the pistol. Zone read, straight ahead, taken down. There is the linebacker in Dixon.
And they come back that way, and guess who's in on the tackle? Big Trey Gatlin, and you just got to be accountable. You have to account for him. He got doubled that time and still was able to get to the football, and now that's why they're running the other way.
Yeah, no doubt. Here's 2nd and 9. 4-man front defensively for Carthage. Haygood, zone read, nowhere to go. He's swallowed up that time by Monterio Wilson.
Boy, he did a nice job getting off the corner that time, and he just beats the block, and no place for Haygood to go that time. He's lucky to hold on to the football.
So 3rd and 11. China Spring sends Brett Kane to the right. Big target there at 6'5". Another big target, and Tyrick James at 6'3", lines up as the tight end on that right side. A 2 tight end set. Haygood throws, looks for Kane, back shoulder fade, it's incomplete.
I like the play call. They have a size disadvantage there on that corner. Just the throw, not good. Kane runs a good pattern. The ball just a little bit down and away and unable to make the completion. So the Carthage defense holds.
Yeah, Nick Moore, 5'11", gives up 6 inches there to Kane at 6'5", 225. Here comes a field goal attempt. Already, Kanister is hit from 30. This one is just from inside the 20-yard line, so it would make it a 29, or from the 20-yard line, to make it a 29-yard attempt from straight on. Good snap and hold, and Kanister's kick. That one just stayed inside that left upright. It's good, and it's 20-13. Kanister extends that lead to 7. Cougars up by 20-13 advantage with 8:11 to go in the third. This is the UIL's coverage of the 4A Division I semifinals on the NFHS Network.
Griffin Kanister's 29-yard field goal caps off a 9-play, 51-yard the scoring drive. Takes 3 minutes, 49 seconds off our third quarter clock. New score, China Spring 20, Carthage 13. Still 8:11 remaining in our third quarter.
Kanister's kick will come down to Colbert at the 12. Straight ahead at the 25, slips a tackle. Breaks another one at the 30 and scampers out of bounds close to the 35 and the 33. Chris Slater there to push him out.
Well, we saw the adjustments that China Spring made on that first drive, Reagan. Now, we'll see what Carthage does. They showed signs of really being able to move the football. A couple turnovers really slowed them down. Let's see if they can, what they come out and do here with their first drive.
Carthage down by 7, 8:03 to go. Kason Davis brings his unit out. They'll operate out of a 2-back set. Brewster Griffith, the fullback offset, and it's Ingram who dots the I deep at the 25. Play action, rolls right, now steps back, under pressure. Davis, little escape artist, but can't find much room. Gets a gain of 1. Tyler Schiller, leading tackler on that defensive line for the Cougars, gets the tackle.
Does a nice job that time, Davis, of extending the play, but then he hesitates, and as soon as he hesitates, the pursuit of the defense from behind makes the play. And, well, we've mentioned defensive tackle Garrett Moorfield more than once, maybe 5, 6, 7 times. He makes another play.
See Curtis Goforth, the defensive coordinator for China Spring, signaling that defense. Now here they are on a 2nd down and 9. Ingram, he's blasted at the 34. There's nowhere to go in between the tackles, and that was Cody Fulp, leading tackler, the linebacker that came up and tattooed Ingram.
And Fulp's a load. Has a touchdown in the first half and really doing a solid job defensively. And here's a big 3rd down for Carthage, 3rd and long. Their defense has been on the field a whole bunch. You got to find a way to find a first down here.
They have to get to the 43. On a 3rd down and 8, that Cougar crowd rises to their feet. Davis under center. Short drop, sets, throws, slant pass, tipped up, nearly picked off at the 43-yard line. It was up there for grabs, and there's your man, Traveler Shirley, nearly came down with the pick.
It was Cody Fulp once again in the right place at the right time with the tip, and boy, that would have been disastrous for Carthage. And defense does their job again, and China Spring's going to get off the field.
4th and 8. Kason Davis, the quarterback, will more than likely back up a few steps and punt this one away, although he does have trips to the left. They go hard count. Cannot get China Spring to jump. Almost. They nearly got Garrett Moorfield, who's been all over the field tonight, to jump, but he
Nobody
gets back.
deep.
Davis steps up, punts it away. He gets off a great one. This one bounces at the 30 and out of bounds just inside the 30 at the 28. So the Cougars offense back on the field after scoring with a field goal on their last possession to extend the lead to 7. That Carthage defense called on to keep this at a 1-possession game right here.
You know, it's one of those games just like last night that it seems like the score should be a little bit more China Spring side, but Carthage is only 1 play away from tying this thing up. So if I'm China Spring, I got to find a way to keep being positive on the offensive side of the football.
China Spring up 20-13. It's the 8th time this year Carthage has allowed 20 or more points defensively. Here's Dudek, left side, finds a little room to the 33. Michael Gates, the middle linebacker, there on the stop. He's been active tonight. So a second down, still a solid chunky yardage there. Second down and 5 for the Cougars. James at that H-back position, lined up just in front of Dudek. 3 receivers set. Carthage shows blitz. Now they back out. Haygood nowhere to go. Tried to start left and cut back inside. He was wrestled down. They got back to the line of scrimmage. Stop made by Monterio Wilson.
Boy, Wilson's having a great game. He really does a nice job of closing down and wrapping up. And when we talk about third downs, here's one for the Carthage defense to get off the field.
3rd and 5. Haygood sends 3 receivers right, 1 left. They press up on Kane. Here's an inside handoff to James. Well, they had that one sniffed out. No fooling the Carthage front 7 there. DeJulian was in on the stop, first guy there. Then a swarm of white jerseys arrived as well.
Boy, big Darian Ingram, number 44, does a great job of keeping leverage and coming down and wrapping up. And then 3 or 4 other Carthage defenders around the football, including Jace Dixon.
So the Carthage defense stands. They force a 3 and out. Colbert back to receive this punt as Haygood backs up just inside his 20. Good snap and a kick. This one comes down to Colbert at the 30. Somehow escapes there. Gets a big block and another one. At the 35, they're going to catch a block in the back, though. Out of bounds at the 42. It was awfully close. The first one was clean. But the second one was a block in the back, and this one is going to come back.
I don't think they got either one of the big ones. I think the one they got was like at the 37-yard line. That's where the flag is. There was another big one, and it was really close as well. But, wow, 3 big blocks.
Scott Surratt, that Carthage coaching staff, wanting that one. That was a big-time return, but they're actually going to lose yardage on this one.
During the return, blocking the back on the receiving team, number 25. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
And catch Michael Gates with that one. So actually comes back to the 27, where Colbert began his return was at the 30. You can bring it all the way back. You see the replay.
I don't think that's neither. There it is, right there at the top of your screen. It was neither one of the two that everybody was oohing and out about. It was the one away from the play in the middle of the field.
Bulldogs offense back on the field down by 7. 4:43 to go in the third. Wilson, the lone running back. Rather, Ingham, the lone running back. Davis throws high to Bowens.
Get it on that ball.
Ball's on
That's
the turf.
That's a live football. That's going to be China Spring football.
Yes, it is. Pass was behind the line of scrimmage. Bowen could not handle it, and everybody just stood around. China Spring gets the turnover. That is the 3rd turnover of the night for this Carthage offense.
And that'll go as a
Ruling on the
fumble.
field was a backwards pass recovered by the defense. First down.
That is the 3rd turnover. And I mean, that's the 2nd time it's happened in the football game. And again, look at the field position for China Spring on the plus 28-yard line.
Now, last time they had a turnover, that is awfully close. Let's check the replay right there. It is awfully close. Nonetheless, it's China Spring's ball. Last time they had a turnover this deep into Carthage territory, they punched it in. Haygood, option, wide side, hit by Gates, and then finished up by Gatlin. That's 2 punishing hits right there.
That's 2 big football players running the football, and the young quarterback just bounces right back up and gets his 2 yards, and back into the huddle he goes.
Gain of 2 to the 25. Starting to get to the range there of Griffin Kanister, who's already hit a couple of field goals tonight. Dudek motions out. They try to clear the way for Haygood. He dives ahead to the 23. Will leave China Spring at 3rd and 5.
Boy, Jace Dixon playing a lot today, and that time he's the one that went under the pile and tripped up the quarterback. 3rd down.
2 receivers stacked to each side. 3rd and 6 is what they call it. Haygood looks over to Brian Bell, the offensive coordinator. Play clock's at 15. Now Carthage shows blitz pressure from the outside. Inside handoff to Dudek, nowhere to go. Spun around at the 21, that will be short. And a 4th and 3 coming up. Decision time for Mark Bell, and he's going to bring his field goal kicker on.
Well, who can blame him? Young man has been solid. There's another field goal attempt from this one will be a little bit longer. This will be from the 28, so a 38-yarder. The last one just barely got in the left goalpost, right goalpost. Let's see if he makes an adjustment.
38 yards from the right hash. Kanister is 2 for 2 tonight. Snap and hold, and this one looks to go wide left. And it did. Carthage, bend but don't break, and they hold right there after the turnover. They keep it a one-possession game.
That is a big stop. Only gave up 7 yards after the turnover. And see if this offense that's been touted all season can get going.
Well, for Carthage, this is a team in the playoffs that has been very accustomed to playing close games. You go through their route to get here. 2-point win over Silsbee in the opening round, a 2-point win over Henderson in the next round. And then after a blowout win over North Forest, it was last week, there was a blocked field goal that allowed Carthage to prevail in a 27-26 win. They're battle-tested. They've been in close games, and they're in another dogfight right here. 2 tight end set. They go to the ground to Ingram. He's got a hole into the secondary. Makes a couple of miss, and he gets to midfield. All the way to the 45 goes Keontae Ingram.
29 yards that time, right up the gut, and makes a guy miss right there. And umpire got in the way a little bit, but boy, he does a nice job of finishing off the run, wrapping up the football. That's exactly what Carthage needs.
At Carthage.
Flag, and we got all kinds of stuff all over the field. Let's see.
Got a helmet on the turf.
Let's see what Miles McCord and his staff crew comes up with here, and this could be a big play.
Well,
a big call.
Begin to see obviously everything on the line for both these teams trying to get to a state title game. Emotion starting to play a role right here. You get later in the game, 2:13 to go in the third, and a 7-point China Spring lead. And these two teams laying it all on the line, beginning to get a little chippy between the two.
And the official that threw the flag, that's his hat on the ground, so he saw a whole bunch of stuff.
He's got about 3 things to say in there.
It's his arm. It is the umpire. So I like that they're talking about it. I'd rather them talk about it and get it right than guess and get it wrong. I know sometimes I say things I shouldn't, but oh well.
Oh well, oh well. They have both coaching staffs that are out just the bottom of the numbers.
Bottom line is get it right.
That's right. Especially on this stage.
This level.
So much riding on this game right here. Both teams' season hang in the balance. Winner gets Abilene Wiley on Friday. Loser will begin their off-season program next week. For China Spring, they are trying to get back to the state title game for the first time since 1979. They have had some great football teams come through that Central Texas area in China Spring since Mark Bell took over this program. He's in his 20th season, but they've never reached this pinnacle. Other than that 79, they won it in 78. But for Carthage, this is, again, familiar territory. 3 straight titles from 08 to 2010. They won it all again in 2013. Scott Surratt has just stepped in, and boy, what a job he's done. 116 wins in 10 seasons, opposite of 27 losses coming in tonight. Well, after a long deliberation, we may have an answer here.
And if you're Carthage, you have to be a little disappointed because this has taken a long time, and you finally had gained some momentum offensively, and now this game has just come to a screeching halt.
I have to wonder, too. And
Is it
Is it
offsetting?
offsetting?
Are they
Yeah.
dead ball? Or are they?
And I think you're right. You talk about the emotion that you have, the momentum that's going, and then all of a sudden if you have an offsetting penalty. And Carthage thought that it was clearly on China Spring. With this much talk makes you wonder.
Or the other thing is, could it be an injection? Maybe somebody threw a punch.
Very true.
We'll find out eventually. Here comes Miles McCord.
Boy, this has taken all of
This
3
is
or 4
5
minutes, hasn't it? Yeah.
And now the explanations are starting. Look, 2 officials on each side of the field.
Personal foul on the offense, number 75.
Wow.
Participating with his helmet while it came off. Then we got a personal foul, dead ball on blue, number 5, for a late hit, first down.
Okay.
There you go. So all for naught.
So what happens is, here's the rule. If your helmet comes off, you have to stop.
Yeah.
Obviously, big offensive lineman Elliott did not stop, and he kept playing. Well, I guess Cody Fulp said, hey, if you're going to keep playing, I'm going to take a shot at you. So the ball is right where it is, and we go back at it again.
So after a discussion that lasted longer than any team's possession here in the second half, here's a handoff to Ingram, and he stood up for a gain of 3. We'll have to chart that.
I need another statistician.
We'll put Jake on it here.
Jake, come over here. Up here since that call and that play, and
went off of his chest. Maybe Russo stuck a hand in there. First time that we've really seen Davis take a shot towards DeWaylen Ingram deep down the field.
Boy, Russo, he's really, they've attacked him a couple times, and he's really held up well, and this ball's perfectly thrown, and here's Russo right at the end.
Yeah.
Maybe got a finger on it, and will cause a 3rd down, definitely 2-down territory, though, for the Bulldogs.
Open, just threw it behind him.
It's a tough throw, running to your left and then throwing it back across your body to the right. That's one of the toughest throws in football. Gets it off the fingertips, but Granberg, the big tight end, unable to come up with it. Would have been a huge play, would have been a 1st down. Now it's 4th down.